So just thought I'd post a bit of an update on the calves. They've all been weaned now and they've been off milk the last few, about 10 days now. So we've taken down all the dividing hurdles in their individual pens, and they're now all very happy in together. They're all doing really well. They've got their favourite toy hung up there, which they absolutely love playing with. They all bash that about for hours. It's nice for them to all be in together, as they are such social animals. They do like to interact with each other, play. So this gang have all this area for now, and as soon as we start getting a bit nicer weather, then we'll open up the door at the back there, and that leads out to a big yard, and they'll be able to come in and out as they please then on nice days. I still don't like them being out when it's too wet and damp, because they are still, fairly young. And as always, they got plenty of fresh straw to eat. We've got the automatic drinker in now, which saves a lot of work. That goes up to the ceiling there, and it's a metal pole that the pipe goes through, so they can't knock it or burst it open. It's all nice and secure there. So by now everybody's been dehorned, the boys have been castrated, they've all had their pneumonia vaccines, they've all been wormed, deloused, so they've all got a nice start now. Everybody's looking really well, they're all fit and strong. Something else we do after they're 10 weeks old is we gradually start taking them from calf rearing pellets, and over the space of about 2 weeks I then change them onto beef rearer nuts. They're just bigger nuts, 16% protein I believe these are. It's a lot cheaper doing it that way. We can buy it in bulk, it gets blown into the silo from the lorry, and they do really well on it. I don't ever change them or start to change them until they are 10 weeks old, because they need those what's in the calf pellets for them at that age, but now they're all old enough to tolerate it. And if you do it very slowly over 10 to 14 days, just gradually adding in more and more of the beef nuts, then they don't get the scours, it doesn't upset them, doesn't really affect them at all. It's just, I say, it's a lot cheaper, and it doesn't do them any harm at all. In the past, our calves have done really well on it. At the moment we've only got one that's a little bit poorly. We've had some horrendous weather the last 2 weeks, 2 storms. It's been raining pretty much non-stop, and that's Star there, so he's on antibiotics, Metacam and Alamycin, and he's got a rug on just to make sure he stays a bit warmer, because it is very cold here at the moment. So that's the update of these at the moment. Everybody's doing really well. We did have a problem with that red calf there at the back. She was absolutely fine, and then as soon as she'd have her milk, she'd start blowing up like bloat, really badly. It was causing her a lot of pain, so we took her off milk for a few days and she was fine. So we thought maybe she just was drinking it too fast, so we slowly introduced the milk back, but it didn't matter what we did. If she was having milk, it was really upsetting her stomach, bloating up very badly. So we actually weaned her a week early, and now she's absolutely thriving. When she was on the milk, she didn't gain any weight at all. In fact, she looked quite poorly. Now absolutely fine. So we think maybe she had some sort of allergy to the milk replacer, because it didn't matter how little she had, it would bloat her up. She was already eating a lot of calf nuts, drinking water well, so we weren't worried about taking her off the milk a bit early. In fact, it's done her the world of good. Everybody's trying to eat me at the moment. As you can see, everybody's doing really well. in here, all nice and settled. They get bedded up every single day. There's my straw. I like them to have a fresh, nice, dry bed every day, especially when the weather's as bad as it has been the last couple of weeks. And obviously they have their fresh straw to eat as well every single day. And I'm just really pleased with this bunch and the older bunch which are next door. I'll do a video on those. Those are a month to 8 weeks older than these, and they're in the bigger bullock house now. But these are all doing really, really well. Something I am very strict on is the cleanliness in here. It does take me a while to sweep the floor up every day, but I just know then that nothing's being dragged in from out in the farmyard. The bullocks actually get let down outside my yard, and they actually get fed out there. So I don't like to drag anything that the bigger bullocks may have into here, so the floor gets cleaned and swept down every single day to keep it all nice and clean. So now I get a bit of a break, because it's not the washing out the buckets 4 times a day, making up the milk, so I get to spend a little bit more time with them, which I'm absolutely loving, getting to know their personalities. This one's called Baby. He was the youngest when we bought him. He was only 9 days old. I'm particularly close with him. He's very funny, loves to play, loves to chase me around, so I'll have fun getting chased around by him for the next 2 years, I'm sure, which I don't mind at all. All my calves grow up to be very calm, quiet bullocks, very easy to deal with, very easy to handle, because I handle them every day. I talk to them, I play with them, and like I said, I do all their care, so as they grow, they're just always lovely, calm, quiet animals. So that's just the update on the calves house at the moment.